Alright guys, welcome to today's match prediction. Today we'll be dealing on the match prediction of this week for the Champions League fixtures. So let's just kickstart and see what we have here ahead of us. Number one is the Barcelona against Atletico Madrid. The second one is Real Madrid against Bayern Munich. Interesting fixtures. Then we have PSG against Liverpool. And lastly, we have Sporting against Arsenal. Very, very interesting feature that we have today for this week. It's going to be a very serious and entertaining fixtures for this week. So everyone are being expectant. Everyone is very, very curious to know what the prediction for these games is going to be. It's definitely going to be an interesting one for the Champions League fixture. So we have just one team that will be doing the match prediction, the PlayStation match prediction. So the pick for this week is Barcelona versus Atletico Madrid because we have both teams of focus, both teams of this channel focus that we do their highlight and their league activities and also everything surrounding their games. So that is just the only time we do the PlayStation match predictions. And we also sometimes pick any game of concern, maybe a final or a clash that we know is going to be very, very interesting. So let's just kickstart and see what we have for each of these fixtures and do our own prediction. So yeah, we have here with us the first one is Sporting versus Arsenal match prediction. Actually, Arsenal are strong favorite to win the first leg of the Champions League quarter-final against Sporting CP on Tuesday, 7th April 2026. Yeah, despite a recent dip in domestic form. Yeah, so the match preview and prediction we have for this game is the Gunners arrive in Lisbon following a wobble in English Cup competitions, having recently lost the EFL Cup final to Manchester City and been knocked out of the FA Cup by Southampton. So however, Mikel Arteta's side has been dominant in Europe. Yeah, winning 9 of their 10 Champions League matches this season. Sporting CP, however, are formidable at the Estadio Jose Alvalade, where they have won all 5 of their home Champions League games this term. So we're looking at a narrow prediction. 2-1 victory for Arsenal is the most that we think is common for this forecast. So there's still possibility of a draw in this fixture of 2-2 draw, given Spurs' home strength and Arsenal recent defensive lapses. So yeah, so for this one we have key storylines like the first one, the Gyökeres return. Arsenal striker Victor Gyökeres returns to face his former club. He is Arsenal top scorer this season with 17 goals across all competition and is a 9/5 favorite to score anytime. So in terms of injury concern, Arsenal are likely without Eberechi Eze, Mikel Merino and Piero Incapi. Key defenders Gabriel Magalhaes is a major doubt with a knee injury. So Sporting will miss their suspended captain Morten Jolmand. Yeah, so in terms of head-to-head, Sporting have never beaten Arsenal in 7 previous official attempts. They drew 4 and lost 3, including a 5-1 loss in Lisbon during last season's league phase. So that is what we have for this fixture, and We have, like we said, Arsenal are favorites in terms of head to head, but it's going to be a narrow win for Arsenal or a possible draw because of the home advantage for Sporting. So we'll see how that one goes. For me, I'm actually routing for Arsenal, but the thing is, I would suggest Arsenal to just focus on the league, actually, not being too interested in this Champions League thing, because we actually know what happens. We know what Arsenal are going through currently. So it's actually very, very hectic for them. I don't know, instead of exerting too much pressure on Champions League, of which the ratio for them to win is just, should I say 10% or 20%? So, but the league, they can. So we move to the next one. The next one we have is Real Madrid versus Bayern Munich match prediction. Yeah, for the Champions League quarter-final first leg on 7th April 2026, is linked towards a high-scoring encounter, with Real Madrid holding a slight historical edge at home, though Bayern Munich enters as the more informed side, of which everybody knows. So we're looking at the match prediction and key odds for this. Predictions generally favor a narrow Real Madrid win or a competitive draw. Yeah, we're looking at the final scoreline of 2-1 Real Madrid or 2-2 draw, same as Sporting Arsenal. Bayern Munich actually have 41.11 possibility. Real Madrid have 39.66 possibility, and we have 19.23% possibility for a draw. So in terms of team and form and performance, in terms of recent form, for Real Madrid, they've lost 2. They lost 2-1 to Mallorca in their last outing, won 5 previous fixtures. In terms of Champions League, unbeaten in their last 9 meetings with Bayern, 7 win and 2 draw. So on the side of Bayern, unbeaten in 12 matches, 10 win, 2 draw. Most recently beating Freiburg by 3-2. Then highest scoring team in the Champions League this season, average 3.2 goals per game. So, but when we look at the key player availability, for Real Madrid, they'll be missing first choice goalkeeper Thibaut Courtois, thigh injury, and forward Rodrigo Ferland Mendy is practically ruled out. So on the side of Bayern Munich, star striker Harry Kane is a major doubt with an ankle injury, but did return to training on Monday. Michael Olise and Joshua Kimmich are back from suspension. So looking at the head-to-head between this team, on date 8th of May 2024, Champions League, Real Madrid won Bayern Munich 2-1. 30th of April 2024, Champions League, Bayern Munich drew with Real Madrid 2-2. 20th July 2019, International Champions Cup, Bayern Munich won 3-1 against Real Madrid. Then 1st of May 2018, Champions League, Real Madrid draw 2-2 to Bayern Munich. Then lastly, 25th April 2018, Champions League, Bayern Munich lost 2-1 to Real Madrid. So that is what we have for this fixture. We see the possibility of same thing happening between Arsenal and Sporting. It's actually a balanced game. It's actually a balanced fixture, but because of home advantage and past history between these both teams, we're looking at Real Madrid winning 2-1 or a possible draw 2-2 for this fixture. So we'll move on to the next one. PSG versus Liverpool match prediction. Yeah, Paris Saint-Germain are widely tipped as favorite to win the first leg of their UEFA Champions League quarter-final against Liverpool at the Parc des Princes on Wednesday evening. Yeah, so the match prediction analysis we have is 3-1 scoreline for PSG. Yeah, PSG dominant form have to take place. We all know what they bring in. The defending champions entered this tie on a 4-game winning streak, recently dismantling Chelsea's 8-2 on aggregate in the round of 16. They have also historically excelled at home, winning 66.8% of their recent matches. So Liverpool has been struggling, like we know. The Reds are currently reeling after a heavy 4-0 loss to Manchester City in the FA Cup quarterfinals and have lost 4 of their last 5 away games. So yeah, in terms of key individuals in this matchup, PSG Victor Varashela has been in sensational form. So directly involved in 11 Champions League goals this season. Liverpool will look at Dominic Szoboszlai, their top scorer in the competition, with 5 goals to provide a response. So looking at head-to-head between both teams, historically these teams are heavily matched in European competitions. Overall record 3 wins each across 6 meetings. So last season both teams won 1-0 away from home in the round of 16, with PSG eventually progressing 4-1 on penalties at Anfield. Yeah, so both teams faced notable absences, particularly in goal for Liverpool and in attack for PSG. So yeah, so one of the things to note for this fixture as we move forward to predict, Liverpool Alexander Isak is a doubt and may only be fit enough for the bench. So that is what we have for this fixture. We already know it will be difficult actually for Liverpool to pull this through. It will definitely be difficult. I'm telling you, we need to be we need to be precise and be truthful. It's to be very difficult for Liverpool to pull through this playing away. You know, looking at the pattern PSG plays somehow it's a bit similar with what they experienced with Man City. So it's going to be a strong one. Even if Liverpool can do something, I think they can only make a difference when they play at home. So when they play at home, I think they'll be able to do something. But to play against, we know what they played against even Galatasaray away. They weren't able to win Galatasaray. They lost 1-0 to Galatasaray. So let alone PSG, with all what they bring into the game, with a good coach. We know what the coach brings in, and we know what they've been doing so far. So now one of should I say the most important fixture we have on our side in this channel is Barcelona versus Atletico Madrid match prediction. So Barcelona are predicted to beat Atletico Madrid. Scoreline we have for this is 3-1. In their upcoming UEFA Champions League quarterfinal, first leg on Wednesday, 8 April 2026. So this one is very precise and straight. So match predictions and analysis, we have the analysis to be 3-1 Barcelona. So, in terms of recent form, Barcelona entered this clash on a 9-game unbeaten streak, having won 8 of those matches, including a 2-1 victory over Atletico at the Metropolitano just last weekend on 4th of April. So, home advantage will come to play. The Catalans have won 17 consecutive games at the Spotify Camp Nou. Atletico are struggling. Diego Simeone's side has lost 3 straight away games, conceding 3 goals in each of those defeats. So also key players to watch for this fixture: Robert Lewandowski remains the primary threat for Barcelona. He scored the 87th minute winner against Atletico last Saturday and has registered 4 goals and 3 assists in his last 8 meetings with Los Colchoneros. Yeah, in terms of team news and injury, for Barcelona, Rafinha hamstring, Frankie de Jong, thigh, Andres Christensen, ACL, all confirmed out. Wow. Then Marc Bernal, ankle injury, ruled out also. I even thought Rafinha could make it back, but we'll see. For the side of Atletico Madrid, Jan Black, muscle injury, Rodrigo Mendoza, ankle injury. They are confirmed out both. So, Jose Maria Gimenez is doubtful. So, head to head, while Barcelona are the favorite for this single match, historically, European contest favors Atletico. Simeone's men have eliminated Barcelona in both of their previous Champions League knockout meetings, 2013, 2014, and 2016 to 2016. However, Atletico has never won a Champions League away match against a fellow Spanish side. So that is what we have for this fixture. We're also going to be doing, like I said in the beginning, we'll be doing PlayStation match predictions for this fixture. Afterwards, at least before the game, we'll see that happen live. I urge you guys to stay tuned and also watch along for the predictions to see what the PlayStation have for us in their own prediction. Yeah, with the previous meeting in the league game, Barcelona have already made a point. They've made a statement. In as much as we can't underrate Atletico Madrid, but a statement made by Barcelona playing them in their own home is actually a very big statement compared to them playing them. We know what happened actually, that the Atletico can also make impact while playing in Camp Nou, but I believe that Barcelona are more careful this time around because they know how Atletico can punish them. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in the fixture when it happens. We'll see what the game will actually give us at the end of the day. So I urge you guys to like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching.